All right, so what I'm going to be showing you guys today is how I'm able to drop my client CPAs by simply, taking what works and then duplicating and giving my audience a new perspective and dropping CPAs by a little bit over 40%. So as you can see, other campaigns have been ran $24, 34, 20, 25, 98, 19. Some had zero purchases, 20, 28, 55, and then being able to consistently run ads at a 14, 13, and a $14 CPA, which is very scalable when the product price or average order value is over $31 at about a 30% margin. So what I do is I take my winning video and I run a $200 CBO, and I basically use three audiences. I'll do like my best interest. I don't usually do a lot of interest together. I'll do one interest and then I'll do a 4% lookalike. I don't usually put like a lot of lookalikes together because I don't want the audience size to be too big. And then I do a retargeting. Sometimes I'll do retargeting visitors, engagers, whatever the case may be. And this doesn't actually have to change. This 4% lookalike, it doesn't have to be 4%. I've tried 1% on this account, 2% on this account, and 3%, and 4% perform the best. So yeah, that's basically it. And then once this one performs, every 3 days I'm adding $50 to it as long as it performs. Now obviously it's got past the learning phase because I've gotten 50 conversions within 7 days. This one's on its way to getting out of learning phase. So what I was doing was I took that best video and then I basically duplicated this CBO and then I duplicated it into a dynamic creative. So what I mean by that is, with that being said, I'm now able to test more than one video within the same ad set. So each ad set now can test 3 videos because now I got 3 new videos made for the brand. So now I'm able to test 3 new videos and I can basically just scale because your CPAs are going to be lower because those creatives are optimized for the individual. So when you're just running one video on its own and you know it's your winner, you use that to get enough data, then duplicate and then test dynamic creatives because that old video will always hold its own. And then these new creatives are basically a great way for you to scale and give your audience a better perspective. As you can see, I'm testing 3 videos in each one, so then you can really find out what your best audience is. Also, since they're optimized for each person, I'm testing multiple ad copies in each one. Multiple ad copies, multiple headlines, multiple descriptions. I'll basically test as many creatives as possible so that I'm giving my audience a new perspective. And obviously retargeting is going to be, more retargeting copy based. So the copy is not going to be the same for cold outreach as far as retargeting is concerned. And then once that is established, most of these ad sets that I'll run in the beginning, they will go for lowest cost, which means, I want Facebook to get me the lowest CPAs on these conversions so that I can have that ROAS and I can get data faster. But once this, ad set gets about 35, 40, 45 purchases, well, not this ad set, but this campaign right here, which is at 42, what I then decided to do was, instead of going for lowest cost conversions, there's an option for you to get value-based optimization. So what I can then do is, and I can basically take this audience and I duplicated it. I made it $100 daily, and then obviously I added $25 to it this morning. But now what it does is it's going for people who spend more money. So if we scroll over here to the right, we're going to see higher ROASs, which is about 2.3 to 2.6, which is fine. I mean, obviously these aren't crazy optimized yet, but they are profitable. See, this dynamic one that's doing lowest cost, some of these are good ROASs, but you can see like a smaller one here. These are obviously strong, but once this highest value one gets out of that 50 conversion learning phase, that's going to be my, highest ROAS campaign. And obviously with this one that was doing well, I would imagine that this ROAS is very substantial as well. 2.78, 2.09. So these are massively profitable. The other thing you got to understand too is when you're running campaigns like this at scale, you should really understand what your BER is. What is your BER? Your break-even ROAS. What are you willing to spend in order to acquire a customer without losing any money? Because a lot of times some brands will break even until they have a lookalike, and then they can at least, decrease the CPAs to expand their margins and test new upsells and stuff of that sort. But when you're running ads like this at scale and you're getting a decent ROAS, now it's up to your upsells to carry that ROAS from that 2.5-ish range, which is good, but I've had stores with 4 ROAS as 5. because I just have very good upsells that are congruent and the take rates are high. So take that into account. This is a great little strategy for anyone starting out that can basically, use Facebook CPOs in a way to decrease their CPAs and obviously scale with, different variations of that first winning creative.